It could go. Yeah, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Pretty.
And a tight game here as we end the first half. And welcome back to the second half of the NBA All-Star Game. Always an exciting night of basketball.
And a great first half of basketball it was.
It's been a lot of fun, and we'll see if they can take it up a notch here in the second half.
Welcome, everyone, back to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game. A great night of basketball here on 2K Sports.
And the fans definitely getting top value for their money.
Yeah, always some great highlight reel plays with this all-star caliber talent.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. D-Wade out there with Robertson. And it's LeBron James. And there's Malone. And it's Elijah Wan in the center. Carmelo Anthony setting the record for three-pointers made in an All-Star game last year with 8. Steve, you called the game. You saw it firsthand on a very efficient 13 attempts.
Well, he had 30 points on the night, a career high for him in the All-Star game. And Carmelo, boy, when he gets it going, even from 3, it is fun to watch.
The eraser, the top of the key jumper is on the mark. The eraser's got the lead up to 6 now for the East All-Stars. And it's the West All-Stars ball. Robertson kicks to Elijah Wan. Jordan against Robertson. Right side Davis. Fader on the way. That's good. And now an 8-point East All-Star lead.
Nothing but money for them to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Terry Stotts gave to his team during that last break. He wants to see renewed effort from them on the offensive glass. He talked about the second chance points that are out there if they work for them. He also said that he loved their matchups in the low post and told his guys get the ball into the post whenever they can. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And a wide open look for James. The shot is off. So the East All-Stars will take it the other way.
Oh, they're now +5 in the rebound category, really controlling the glass.
And rebounding is one of those non-glamour stats. I mean, it takes work and effort and tenacity and physicality. But when you look at the scoreboard, you can see the correlation.
Here is Elijah Wan. Following the basket by Anthony Davis. And he gets the bucket. Elijah Wan's got 10 points.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Here's the eraser, covered by Robertson. They set the pick, passes it to the eraser. That 3 off the mark.
4 for 5 so far. That's their first miss of the second half.
Count that one, and the East All-Stars lead has been cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Robertson.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
New players in now for the East. Mr. Incredible, he's checked in for the West.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And he gets it to go. The West All-Stars with the ball. They trail by 6. Pass to Wade. Lets it go from 11. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Wade's got 5.
You know, he was smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Agreed. As long as he picks his spots, his outside shot will be hard to block, no matter who's on him.
Here is Mr. Incredible. That falls. Nice speed that time from Dwayne Wade.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
no question. Pound it into the painted area and continue to put pressure on that defense.
Here is Mr. Incredible. Pass to Wade. Here is Mr. Incredible. LeBron James on the wing. Uses the glass to finish the layup. James has got his third basket of the night.
And there it is again. That's where their points have been coming today, from the low post.
And even under pressure in tight, they've maintained their concentration and converted their opportunities.
Here is Mr. Incredible. There's the feed to Wade. A baseline J. The rebound by Johnson.
You've got to like what they've been doing down there in the low post, Clark.
I do. I love it. Their rebounding has been outstanding. So important in a tight game. Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
Well, now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
And so here are the West All-Stars. 7-point differential. Here's LeBron. Buries it down low. James has got 8.
Oh, a beautiful play there. That's some serious all-star action.
And that's what you come to see, that kind of play.
The 8-footer. Count the bucket. And it's 7 points for Goose.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Screen by Malone. Here's Olajuwon. And it's Johnson with the rebound.
Great look. Disappointing result.
You know, most times he knocks that one down. Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Well, it's been We've been having a great time here. We hope you have been too. The All-Star Game coverage continues. Thanks again for tuning in here to 2K Sports.
Both teams putting on a show.
Boy, it sure has been fun to watch, hasn't it?
They've got Jimmy Butler, the great out there with Ellie. And it's the eraser. And it's Johnson in at the shooting guard. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars.
He doesn't need to fade away on that move. He can go straight up, make it an easier shot.
And here is Robertson. Dishes it to Harden. Three-pointer, Bird. And it's the East with the rebound. Here's the break. Johnson, the pass to Butler. Here's the eraser. Good on the three-point shot.
Well, when you know where your teammate is going to be, it doesn't make it a difference whether it's a normal game in the regular season or an All-Star weekend.
I agree with you. I mean, they play well as teammates, and you're going to just naturally make plays with guys that you're used to playing with here. You got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
Well, they've done a lot of things right, but I agree with you, Clark. Their rebounding is right there at the top of the list.
Here's the great, and it's in off the backboard.
They're playing with a purpose, guys. The big lead becoming bigger. I like the look in their eyes.
And it's on both ends that they've been controlling the action.
Yeah, he's trying to take the wind out of their sails here. And they're on the wrong end of a bad run. They got to sort things out.
I think things were very close to spiraling out of control if he didn't burn one there.
Robertson outside. Good on the triple.
Well, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
Here's the eraser.
Talk about great numbers for the eraser. 15 points, and he's drained 3 three-point bombs so far.
Tell you what, he should not hesitate to keep firing from out there because he's got the touch tonight.
And the East with some changes. Kings checked in for the greats. Anthony Davis comes in for Ellie. And Anthony subbed in for Magic Johnson.
Not a typical trip to the line for him there. He had been knocking him down today.
Shot's good from Bird.
Oh, some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Here's the eraser. Davis, the pass to King. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Misses the 3.
Nobody near him. He'll normally make that one.
The offensive rebound. Here's the eraser. Buries it from three-point range. The Erasers got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the East All-Stars. And the West All-Stars with possession, trailing by 13. Outside Durant. Feeds to Robertson. Lets it fly. Stayed with it, but they couldn't get it to fall.
That's pretty much how this game has gone. They've controlled the boards and looked to come away with the win right here.
Goes up, and the slam dunk by Russell.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
That's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
Anthony kicks to Davis. And there's the pass to the Eraser. It's in there. Davis with the assist. 20 points for the Eraser.
This switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
Robertson kicks to Harden, and so out of bounds it goes. And they retain possession.
Maybe a low percentage pass, but it still nearly got through.
I like it, though. I mean, it's an aggressive play. Heads up defending deflected away.
Goose is checked in for the East. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Olajuwon's checked in for Russell. Malone comes in for Kevin Durant. LeBron's checked in for Bird. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for James Harden. And Clark, as you were saying before, they're controlling the inside presence, just overwhelming here today.
And I really thought that was the deciding factor, Kevin. I mean, they were just too strong inside.
King, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. It's going to be on Hakeem Olajuwon. No good on that one.
And guys, the league has taken some steps to pick up the pace of the game. Over the last decade, we've seen a lot of rule changes with hand checks and zone defenses and tightening up flagrant foul rules and physical play in general.
King with the steal. Robertson against Butler. Can't hit from in close.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Robertson dishes to Olajuwon. Gets a very good look and converts. And back to that move by the league to speed up the game. It doesn't seem like the league is done.
Yeah, you know, and I think more can be done, Kevin. Cutting down on timeouts. You see in soccer, they just run a little sponsor banner in the corner of the screen while the ball is in play. Continuous play. Continuous play. Reduce the number of free throws, I think, is another step. But that would be more a result of not fouling than teams not getting to the line.
Here's Robertson. And it's King with the rebound.
And Steve, not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
Yep, well deserved. I mean, they have worked their tails off on the glass. A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the East All-Stars.
Man, they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball movement.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Here's what the East is going with right now. Patrick Ewing's checked in for King. Jordan comes in for Davis. Stephen Curry's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And West subs in for Goose.
Oh, yeah. He's in this game for a reason, Kev.
Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question about it. That would be all she wrote.
Anthony kicks to Jordan. Anthony with the screen on Baylor. Here's Jordan. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. He misses the free throw. So for the West, Russell comes in for Olajuwon. And it's Bird in for LeBron. Good on the second free throw. Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. They're down by 13. There's 31 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what's your take?
Well, talk all they want, but I just don't see a way for them to get back into the game here.
You know what? I don't know if there's a 10-point play out there. And that being the case, this one is finished. Over.
And stolen by Russell.
And I think this is going to be too much to overcome, Clark. What do you think?
All the sand in the hourglass is gone, and I agree with you.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within single digits. And Russell Westbrook drops them both. Here's West. Here's the bodyguard. Bird pulls it in.
Well, he won't miss many of those. especially with the defender not in the best of positions yet.
So the East All-Stars win it.